Hey guys, at the Winter Olympics, including the 2026 Milan Cortina Games, athletes do not receive a salary directly from the International Olympic Committee for competing. Instead, most Olympic skiers make money through sponsorships, endorsements, prize money from World Cup and other competitions, national federation support, and sometimes government or private bonuses. The IOCs keep strict rules keeping the Olympics amateur-styled, but that doesn't mean that athletes aren't compensated elsewhere. Now, many of the top skiers are effectively full-time professionals with multi-million-dollar income streams. A big Olympic result can boost their financial profile and unlock brand deals. Now guys, in this video, I will explore with you how exactly all that money flows and who's earning the most in 2026. So sit back, relax, and let me dive into the details for you. Now, number one on my list is prize money versus sponsorship money. One key distinction is that in skiing, the race prize money is relatively small compared to sponsorship income. For example, superstars like Eileen Gu have earned only a fraction of their income through skiing prize money, maybe around $100,000 or so, while brand deals account for the vast majority. Prize payouts exist in World Cup races and certain commercial series, but even top results rarely exceed six figures. That's why endorsements from many global companies, modeling contracts, and social media partnerships are so critical to an athlete's earnings. Guys, as you can imagine, skiing is very expensive. Training, travel, equipment, coaching, so sponsorships often cover only basic competitive costs and maybe a little bit beyond. Many average World Cup competitors break even or operate at a loss without sponsors. Now, the second item on my list is Eileen Gu being the highest paid skier in the 2026 Winter Olympics. Guys, at the top of the pay scale for Milan Cortina 2026 is Eileen Gu, the American-born freestyle ski star who competes for China. Now, according to the latest Forbes data, Gu earned an estimated $23 million over the past 12 months, making her the highest paid Winter Olympian in 2026. Only a tiny fraction of that total came from skiing prize money. Most come from major endorsement deals with companies like Porsche, Red Bull, and even Chinese consumer brands, plus some modeling and global media partnerships. Gu's commercial appeal in both Western and Chinese markets pushes her income well above her peers. She has become an international figure beyond just sports, landing fashion and lifestyle contracts too. Number three on my list is how Gu's deal structure works. Gu's financial situation shows how elite winter athletes maximize their earnings. She monetizes brand image and global reach as much as athletics. Some of her agreements reportedly include performance incentives and campaign bonuses tied to Olympic milestones. National sports bodies, such as China's sports authorities, may also provide funding or bonuses to encourage medal success. Recent reporting suggests that China provided substantial government support in the lead-up to the Olympics. This type of backing is rare, usually only available to the most celebrated athletes. Unlike in pro team sports where salaries are guaranteed by a club or a league, winter ski athletes must constantly renew their marketability. Now, number four on my list is other top ski earnings: Schifrin and Vaughn. Now guys, besides Gu, several other ski stars are among the highest paid Winter Olympians. Michaela Schifrin, one of the most successful alpine racers in history, has a multi-million-dollar annual income from endorsements and race winnings. Her net worth is often estimated in the high seven figures to over $10 million, reflecting long-term commercial deals with brands like Visa, Adidas, and Oakley. Meanwhile, Lindsey Vonn, on the other hand, a retired or semi-retired ski legend competing again in this 26 Winter Olympics, remains one of the better paid athletes through sponsorship income, just around $8 million or more. Now guys, these veteran stars demonstrate that longevity, elite results, and name recognition that can sustain substantial earnings even beyond peak competition years. Now number five on my list is mid-tier ski earners, Kim Mallinen and others. So guys, below the very top upper echelon of athletes, you have athletes like Chloe Kim, who's generating $4 million, and the star figure skater names like Ilya Malinin at $700,000. These athletes still make solid incomes from brand deals, far more than typical race prize money. Even lesser-known World Cup skiers may earn six-figure sponsorships if they have strong personalities, social media followings, or impressive results. Prize pools from FIS, which is ski's governing body, and snow league events contribute supplemental cash, but these amounts are modest relative to endorsements. In freestyle and park skiing disciplines, prize earnings often range from tens of thousands per event. Many skiers combine these with appearance fees and seasonal sponsors. Now guys, the sixth thing on my list is national funding and medal bonuses. Guys, another money source for Winter Olympic athletes is national funding and medal bonuses. The US Olympic and Paralympic Committee has pledged bonuses about $37,500 for gold, $22,500 for silver, and $15,000 for bronze to medalists in this Winter Olympics. Some nations like Singapore or Hong Kong, they even pay larger gold medal bonuses as well. And in addition to all that, a major $100 million gift to the US Olympic Committee ensures every US Olympian receives $200,000 post-games regardless of results. These bonuses are important, especially for athletes without major sponsorship deals, but they still typically amount to a small percentage compared to the elite endorsement incomes. Guys, number 7 on my list is how lesser-known skiers survive financially. Guys, not all Olympic skiers are paid like global stars, of course. In fact, a lot of them are far from it. Many compete at break-even or even lose money annually. Smaller federations, lower media exposure, and less spectator interest mean fewer sponsorship dollars end up trickling down. Reddit discussions of Nordic skiing show prize earnings for many competitors in the tens of thousands of dollars, which is insufficient to cover high travel and training costs alone. The costs of these athletes depend on the federation stipends, part-time jobs, crowdfunding, or club support. Only a tiny percentage out of 2,900 Olympians see a real profit directly from racing. Now, the 8th thing on my list is sponsorship deals and how they're structured. Guys, sponsorship deals in skiing typically includes a base annual fee, bonuses for results, appearance fees, and image right payouts for marketing use. Big brands will pay more if the athlete has strong international appeal or a media presence. Some riders negotiate revenue shares on product sales, performance incentives tied to Olympic results, or even special custom content campaigns. And that said, jumping into the 9th item on my list is the role of the World Cup circuits and Snow League. Guys, World Cup circuits matter because they offer consistent competition, visibility, and often yearly prize earnings, though not as big as top commercial sports. And emerging series like the Snow League are increasing prize pools just so slightly, but with winners sometimes earning anywhere between $40,000 to $55,000 per event. Even then, though, the top athletes rely on advertising value of their wins more than the actual money from the race payouts. A standard Olympic medal or viral performance can exponentially increase a skier's post-game commercial opportunities. Now, number 10 on my list is taxes, agents, and net take-home pay. Guys, it's important to remember that gross earnings aren't what athletes actually take home, of course. Taxes vary drastically by country. For example, a US team member's $200,000 Olympic payout looks different in California versus Florida after state taxes. Even agents typically take 10 to 20% of sponsorship deals. Then you have things like travel, coaching, and training expenses. Those also really eat into their income. And that's why some elite athletes invest in financial planning or business ventures to protect their money long term. So the last thing I'll conclude on, and the key takeaways for you guys who are interested in how much these athletes are earning during the 2026 Winter Olympics, is that they mostly make their money through sponsorships and endorsements and not directly through an Olympic paycheck. Prize money and national bonuses help, but they are supplemental. Again, elite stars like Eileen Gu averaging $23 million, of course she outcompetes other athletes, but that's primarily due to global brand deals. And again, mid-tier pros can earn millions, but it's still far less than the very top. Just know that many competitors do struggle to break even without federation support. And understanding this ecosystem really gives you guys an understanding of how these Winter Olympic sport athletes actually thrive financially. If you liked the information in this video, I would really appreciate it if you could smash that like button, comment down below, and subscribe. I make financial videos every single week, and I appreciate you tuning into this one.